Do you actually know what makes your dog feel truly loved by you? Yes, you feed them, you pet them, you give them a good life. But behind all of that, there are things your dog is quietly craving that most owners never think to do. These are some of the most powerful ways to bond with your dog, and if you keep overlooking them, which most owners do, you might never experience the deepest level of connection your dog is ready to give you. Let's start with the one you can try tonight. First, scratching the spots they actually crave. Have you ever noticed your dog leaning hard into your hand in one place but pulling away in another? That's not random. Your dog is literally telling you where comfort lives on their body. And most owners miss it completely. Here's what most people do: they go straight for the top of the head, reach over the face, or start patting all over the back. And yes, some dogs tolerate it, but tolerating is not enjoying. There's a huge difference between a dog that puts up with your touch and a dog that softens into it. The spots your dog is most likely to enjoy are usually the side of the chest, the shoulders, the base of the neck, and often underneath the chin. When you scratch those areas slowly, something powerful happens. Your dog's body begins to relax, and gentle social touch can help create a feeling of safety, trust, and connection. You're not just giving them a nice scratch, you're giving them an interaction that feels easier, clearer, and far less threatening than a hand coming down from above. And if that small change surprises you, wait until you hear the last thing on this list. It's something so simple that most people overlook it every single day, but it might be the most powerful thing you can do to make your dog feel safe with you. Second, letting them sniff, not just walk. Why does your dog keep stopping every few steps on a walk? You're moving forward, they freeze at a patch of grass, and then they pull toward a tree like it's the most important thing in the world. They're not being stubborn. You're just walking wrong. Most owners treat walks like a mission. They keep the leash short, set a pace, and expect the dog to keep up. But that's not how a dog's brain works. Dogs are not just walkers. They are scent investigators. In the world, they don't only exercise with their feet. They gather information with their nose. That moment of smelling is where so much of the satisfaction lives. So when you rush your dog past every scent, or keep tugging them away before they finish investigating, you're actually frustrating your dog without realizing it. You're interrupting the most important part of the walk, not the movement, the information. It's like opening a book and never letting them read it. The fix is simple, but most people never think of it. Slow down, let them linger. Let them return to the same spot. Let the walk feel like real exploration, something full of messages, trails, and tiny changes that only your dog can detect. And then, this is the important part. Let your dog finish the sniff. Let them investigate it, sort it out, and move on when they're ready. That moment of exploration genuinely satisfies them on a deep sensory and instinctual level. Once you start walking like this, you'll notice something shift. Your dog will pull less, check in more, and come to you with a calmer kind of engagement. That's not just a walk. That's trust being built through instinct. And hey, if you're learning something new about your dog right now, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more people who want to understand their dogs on a deeper level, just like you do. Third, talking in warm, playful phrases. Have you ever talked to your dog and felt like they were actually listening? Like they looked right at you, tilted their head, or suddenly became more alert the moment you started speaking? You weren't imagining it, but here's what most people get wrong. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Dogs pay more attention to us when we speak in that warm, playful, emotionally expressive voice people naturally use with them. When owners use flat, everyday adult speech, dogs often respond less. But the moment the voice becomes gentler, brighter, and more emotionally engaged, dogs become visibly more attentive, more alert, more connected, and more ready to interact. Now, this doesn't mean you need to go full baby talk. In fact, overdoing it can have the opposite effect. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to sound, and loud, frantic, overexcited speech can actually make some dogs more restless instead of more secure. The sweet spot is somewhere in between: warm, calm, and expressive. Think of it like a friendly, easy conversation between two beings that know each other well. And here's the part most people never realize. It's not just about getting a cute reaction. When you consistently use that tone with your dog, You're building a vocal pattern they can trust. Over time, your voice becomes a signal of safety, attention, and connection. Fourth, offering food from your hand weekly. What if one of the most powerful ways to bond with your dog takes less than 2 minutes a week? No special tools, no training session, just your hand and a few pieces of food. Sounds too simple, right? That's exactly why almost nobody does it. Most owners follow the same routine every day: fill the bowl, set it down, walk away. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what you might not realize is that you're missing one of the clearest positive association moments available between you and your dog. From puppyhood, food has always meant relief, safety, and care. It's one of the strongest emotional signals in a dog's life. What? So when you take a few pieces of kibble or a treat and offer it from your open palm, you're not just giving them a snack, you're attaching something deeply valuable to your presence. You're telling your dog, on a level deeper than words, good things come through me. You're safe with me. Now, if your dog doesn't take it gently right away, don't force it. Some dogs need a little time before they feel comfortable eating slowly from your hand, and that's completely okay. The beauty of this is in the repetition. When you do it once a week, consistently, something starts to shift. Your dog begins to approach your hands differently, not with overexcitement or uncertainty, but with trust. Your hands stop being something random and become something your dog predicts will lead to good things. Fifth, sitting on the floor at their level. What if the most meaningful thing you could ever do for your dog costs nothing, takes no effort, and doesn't involve food, toys, or even touching them? This is what I was talking about earlier. The one thing so simple that most people overlook it every single day. Just sit on the floor. That's it. No agenda, no reaching out to pet them, no calling their name. Just lower yourself into their world and exist there for a few minutes. Think about what life looks like through your dog's eyes. Every human in their world is huge. You tower over them when you walk. You lean over them when you reach. Even your affection often comes from above, and your dog accepts all of it. But that doesn't mean it always feels easy. Dogs are highly aware of posture, direct approach, and pressure. They often feel safer with people who come in softly, indirectly, and without intensity. When you sit on the floor, something quiet happens. Your dog notices, maybe not immediately, but they will. You might see them glance over, then slowly move closer, maybe lie beside you, maybe lean into you, maybe just settle nearby. That space between you isn't distance. That's your dog choosing to be with you on their own terms without any pressure. And that right there is one of the purest forms of trust a dog can offer. Not because you fed them, not because you scratched the right spot, not because you talked in the perfect tone, but because you made yourself small enough to meet them where they are.